Stop Umo Eno. Stop the governor of Akwa Ibom State. Stop Emperor Umo Eno. Deny Governor Umo Eno U.S. visas now. He's planning to come to attend Akisan Convention in Maryland. Deny him U.S. visa. Let him stay in Uyo and solve those problems. Nitoeka, Akwa Ibomites, Nigerians, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And welcome back to the show that exposes the naked truth. We tell the truth, okay? The unvarnished truth. Let me be blunt today. We, as usual, are not just discussing politics. We are cutting through the lies. We are exposing a tyrant. We are exposing a tyrannical farce and issuing a direct challenge to a man who believes Akwa Ibom State is his personal ATM. That's what he believes. I am of your Akwa. And while the people of Akwa Ibom are held hostage by an emperor, we will not remain silent. That you are guaranteed. We will not remain silent. Of course, our target is Governor Umo Eno. He runs the place. Our target is Governor Umo Eno's audacious, insulting, and frankly criminal plan to parade himself this August in the United States, in Maryland, at the Akisan Akwa Ibom Convention, organized by diasporans who live outside Akwa Ibom. This isn't a diplomatic visit, my friends. This is an elaborate, taxpayer-funded propaganda tour designed to distract 15 million Akwa Ibomites from the abject failure and widespread suffering this man has inflicted upon Akwa Ibom. Akwa Ibomites are not better off. Umo Eno is not coming to build bridges in the US. He's coming to gloat, to flaunt stolen wealth, and to peddle more lies. That is why we're speaking. This is an official deception. For example, his people claim he's coming to, quote, promote Arise Health Insurance Scheme, unquote. Let me dismantle this right now. This so-called Arise Health Insurance Scheme is not just fake. It is not just phony. It is a death sentence. For real people, it's a death sentence for the impoverished in Akwa Ibom. It is a cruel charade that laughs in the face of suffering of 15 million people. It offers minimal coverage as an insurance scheme. Very minimal. A paper-thin promise that evaporates the moment a desperate Akwa Ibomite steps into one of Umo Eno's ghost hospitals, only to be turned away because there are no specialists. There are no nephrologists. There are no specialists. No drugs. No functioning equipment. All those phony equipment spent with a lot of money were secondhand. They're not functioning. Don't just take my word for it. Listen to the raw, unfiltered truth. Akwa Ibomites talk a lot about what is going on. Very, very good people who see that the emperor has no clothes. Let me give you a quote. Just one quote. I'm not going to bother you with quotes today. Yeah. Quote. Yeah. He's coming to finalize Arise Health Insurance fraud. Talk about health insurance when there are no functional clinics and hospitals. There are no courts to seek redress if claims are denied. Unquote. That is for a patriotic Akwa Ibomite. Unquote, ladies and gentlemen. Unquote, poor Akwa Ibom people. Look, that is not just a quote. It is an indictment. It represents how a lot of people think, both inside and outside the state. And let me tell you why I know Umo Eno is coming to perpetuate a scam in the US. An egregious fraud, this health insurance scheme against the Akwa Ibom people. How do I know this? I'm not a novice. Between 2008 and 2017, I stood on the front lines with experts from institutions like Duke University Medical School and New York University in New York City. I helped start, I initiated it, but I had partners from New York University who are invested in Akwa Ibom future. We traveled there to see what to do to help the state. This was not mouth. This was not an internet post. I didn't do internet posts. I didn't go around blabbing. This is real life. When I saw people falling off Allah lock. With my initiative, this is, go check the records. We trained hundreds of Akwa Ibom State doctors and nurses, equipping them with American Heart Association certifications, bringing basic life support and advanced cardiac life support training to the state of our ancestors for the first time. Hundreds of doctors and lawyers. First in Akwa Ibom State history, for Akwa Ibom State healthcare professionals to receive such respected foreign credentials. I and others started it. I started it. I recruited others to join me. So for a 6-year period, ladies and gentlemen, for a 6-year period, I personally led an exhaustive audit of the existing 45 general hospitals across Akwa Ibom. My 350-page report presented in an emergency session to Akwa Ibom State Executive Council laid out the blueprint for a functioning healthcare system in Akwa Ibom. I devoted that part of my life to that. I was in Akwa Ibom 6 months every year for years. Strategies from that report were used to plan healthcare in Akwa Ibom. But what has Umo Eno done since coming to power? He has ignored that report. He has systematically, deliberately dismantled vital projects that sprang from that report. He has staffed critical positions with unqualified sycophants holding useless Zoom meetings, cronies who thrive on Arise propaganda, spewing out outright lies about the health of Akwa Ibom people, about the health of the rotting Akwa Ibom healthcare system. Today, under Umo Eno's reign, if you are lucky enough to have his worthless health insurance, you might, have some luck and get paracetamol for malaria. That's all you can do. That's it. Meanwhile, Akwa Ibom people, our own brothers and sisters, our blood, are forced to sell their ancestral lands, drain their last naira just to flee to India and Egypt for basic surgeries, for common kidney issues that should have been treated in Uyo. Some people from the diaspora pump billions to their relatives in Uyo for healthcare. So why the health insurance then? What's the purpose? So I demand an answer. I demand an answer from Governor Umo Eno. Why Governor Umo Eno? Are you spending Akwa Ibom's stolen wealth, Akwa Ibom people's money to travel to the US and peddle this grotesque, murderous lie? You receive 30 billion naira every single month in derivation. Why are you actively, shamelessly deceiving the very citizens you swore to serve? You continue to plunder. Why? To stand in a podium in Maryland, United States in August and receive chairs? That's what this is about? So everybody, the governor, His Excellency, Dr. Professor. Let's expose the sheer audacity of this planned pilgrimage, because we hear a lot. We hear that a delegation of 70 officials will be accompanying Umo Eno to Maryland, USA, in August. 70 officials, ladies and gentlemen, 70. Each one of those officials cost the state minimum of 20 million naira. Each one of them, if you want to count everything. Their transport hotel, fancy hotels. Do the math, Akwa Ibomites. We are talking about billions of naira squandered on a grotesque junket. All so that this emperor can preen and show off to the Akwa Ibom diaspora that, yeah, he's now the untouchable monarch. He's running the state. This isn't governance, ladies and gentlemen. This is clearly a criminal enterprise, a public spectacle of contempt for the dying, of contempt for the hungry, of contempt for the suffering people of Akwa Ibom, of contempt for the unhealthy people of Akwa Ibom. This isn't a trip. It's a declaration of war on decency and the truth. All of my assertions, I stand to be contradicted by the governor's multi-billion dollar arise propaganda disinformation. He has a disinformation outfit. I want to hear from them. Tell me where I'm wrong. Listen to me, Akwa Ibom. This deliberate destruction, this, in my opinion, open theft, this contempt for human life, proven contempt, cannot and will not stand. Your government has abandoned you, Akwa Ibomites. 90% of employment in Akwa Ibom is government dependent. You have to kind of work for some government outfit. There are almost no non-governmental businesses in Uyo. Almost none. So when you talk about progress, what are you talking about? Because what we have here is that 90% of Akwa Ibom people are silenced by fear, by the threat of losing their livelihoods if they dare to speak out against this tyranny. If they dare to even suggest what should be done, it's over. They have no one to say no to Umo Eno in Akwa Ibom. No one. But you have me. I say no to Umo Eno. I have an international platform. I can speak from all over the world. So I can afford to say no to him. Based on this, we make the following uncompromising demands to Umo Eno and others. Number one, we call on the U.S. Embassy and U.S. Ambassador Richard Mills, who was sworn in 2024 in Abuja, and the U.S. Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, who was sworn in this year, to deny Governor Umo Eno and his entire humongous parasitic revenue visas to the U.S. Don't give them visa. Don't give Umo Eno visa to come to this country and preen. Let them be trapped in Uyo. He was elected there. Let them be forced to confront the poverty, the squalor, the broken hospitals, the bad roads they have created in the hinterlands. They will not be permitted to bask in the warmth of Akwa Ibom diaspora. I pointed this out already. They will be treated like disposable criminals. We call on all 15 million Akwa Ibomites at home in Akwa Ibom to rise up in their own ways, any way they can, and unequivocally stop this trip. Make your voices a thunderclap that shakes the foundations of his tyrannical palace. You have power. You may not realize this, but you have more power than Emperor Umo Eno. We call on Akwa Ibom Association of Nigeria, Akisan, a group, a great organization organized by diasporans, have these huge events every year. We call on them to disinvite Governor Umo Eno from this event immediately. Disinvite him, withdraw the invitation. Tell him, stay there. When you finish helping, you can come. Do not lend your platform. Do not lend your legitimacy to this despicable fraud so that you don't become collaborators with Umo Eno. That's what I'm telling the president of Akisan. We call on all reputable Akwa Ibom organizations. Akisan, we have organizations in Akwa Ibom and worldwide. Mbon Parawa Ibibio. Oron Development Union, which celebrated 100 years recently. Atianan, and every true son and daughter of all parts of Akwa Ibom to speak out forcefully against this fraud. Speak out forcefully against this fraud. Your silence is complicity. When you are silent, Umo Eno thinks you support him. Your inaction is betrayal. You are betraying your own people. The rich Akwa Ibomites are betraying their own people. This is just, it's not just a trip. This is about the soul of Akwa Ibom. It's about demanding accountability from those who parade as leaders while they systematically drain the blood of 15 million Akwa Ibom people. I repeat this, I know some may say you say this every day. Well, let me say it again. Akwa Ibom State does not belong to Umo Eno. I need to get into people's heads. It belongs to 15 million Akwa Ibomites. Don't belong to Umo Eno. I will not let him squander their future. That's the point. That's the point today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for lending me your ears, giving me your attention, and sharing this outrage with me today. Thank you so much to everyone who tunes into the Ofion Akwa show on YouTube. I saw the response from my last one. A lot of people have started joining us. We're going to start small, but we're going to grow. At one point, Umo Eno will have nowhere to run. Let you know that in 2025, your engagement, your subscriptions, your furious comments, true comments, your willingness to repost and share these crucial conversations with your friends and family, that is the lifeblood of this urgent movement. You don't have to give your name, but say something on my forum, ladies and gentlemen. You can use an alias. I don't care. Speak out. We need your voices. This is how we can help you. I don't need to do this. I'm a professor in a university. I don't need to do this, but I speak. So I want your voices to amplify mine so that together we can break through the silence, so that we can expose the lies, and we can bring this tin pot emperor to account. Because that's the only way we can do it in 2025. You have to keep subscribing. You have to keep writing your thoughts. You have to keep commenting. You have to keep reposting. You have to keep sharing this broadcast, even others, not just mine. Those that are critical. These people, they have supporters already. They are people who, are not telling the truth. So let's tell the truth about what's happening in Akwa Ibom. Let that truth resonate far and wide until the world hears our cry. That is achievable. That is achievable. If you need help from me in exposing what is going on, call me at 914-521-0817. I value your insights. I value your stories because your stories are our power. That's our power. You'll be very surprised. Until our next broadcast, stay strong, stay informed. Never give up on the hope for Akwa Ibom. Akwa Ibom is not going anywhere. All the nonsense they do in Abuja, Akwa Ibom remains right there. The fight for Akwa Ibom's soul has just begun, ladies and gentlemen. Ciao. Peace. Thank you for listening. And one last thing. The chains in Akwa Ibom will be broken. I am Ofion Akwa. Goodbye. Be well, treat each other well, and be good.